In today's video class, we will continue with the chapter Fog by a famous American writer, Carl Sandburg. First of all, about the poet. Carl Sandburg was a well-known American editor and writer, and above all, he is best known for his poems. He has won 3 Pulitzer Prizes, in which 2 were of his poetry and one for the biography written about Abraham Lincoln. He began his writing career as a journalist for the Chicago Daily News. He worked in various sectors before turning to a full writer and even joined the military but was never called to a battle. So most of his poems were about Chicago where he lived. Among his collection, The Fog is the shortest poem and a poem that has strong reflection. Now, so in this poem, Fog, Sandberg has put in hardly 25 words, but yet the poem does have a deeper and strong meaning. Carl Sandburg's poem Fog is among the few exceptions that mark Sandburg's break from free verse poetry. Fog is mere 6 lines long, is written in free verse form, and is an innocent expression of finding beauty in an ordinary world. The first 2 lines of the poem just simply describe how a fog comes in. Usually, fogs are seen in cold areas or mountains or forest. However, here in this poem, the poet describes about only the fog in cities and the harbors. This is the poem. Yes. The fog comes on little cat feet. It sits looking over harbor and city on silent haunches and then moves. So about this poem, the explanation will be done in next slide. Here I am going to just to tell you that first point is that the poem is written in free verse. There is no regular rhythm or rhyming scheme. Second thing is the poem compares fog with cat. So he says little cat feet. So we can say there is metaphor used in this line that it comes on little cat feet. So fog is compared to a little cat. Metaphor is used. Then it says fog sits. So it describes fog as sitting. So this is a very good example of personification. And in the following these lines we can see there is no punctuation marks and the sentence continues up to fourth line. So this is very good example of enjambment. Now let's come to the explanation part. In this poem, narrator gives a wonderful comparison between the fog and a kitten. When a kitten comes around us, we all must have observed that most of the time it just comes so slowly that you hardly notice it sometime, and till you see it or feel it. Similarly applies to fog. And the same is the case with the fog. An arrival of fog cannot be predicted. One cannot predict it as we cannot predict the arrival of a cat in house or in secret places. Means fog just comes in and engulfs the entire place that it is and stays on for some time or for stays for some time, may create some trouble for anyone. Though fog does not create any trouble, it comes silently and moves silently again. But we people commit some mistakes, some mishappenings in the presence of fog, that narrator wanted to say. Otherwise, he glorifies fog as covering or decorating the nature. So this is a very beautiful geographical phenomenon, natural phenomenon. But it can cause harm, loss, problems sometime out of our ignorance. The narrator further develops the comparison between cat and fog In the second stanza of the poem, like in second stanza, he says that on little cat feet, means the fog arrived above the city where it looks over harbor, means it stays over harbor and city and covers it, and it looks like it is looking over city and harbor. Now the narrator says that the cat will sit and look out over the land and cityscape. Cats, from wild to domesticated, have a habit, and that habit is maybe instinct, and that habit is of looking over their surroundings from a very high spot. A very elevated spot means high spot. Cat, monkeys, you see, they generally sit on some high place, then they feel themselves secure. So similarly, this fog also stays in some high places. For example, the cougar watches from the mountain top or less. The lion from a hill overlooks the plains, and the house cat gazes from a tree branch or window ledge. So these are the very natural, what we call them, compulsive habits or instinct that he finds similar between cat or fog. In each case, the cat acts as if it is the master of its universe. Yet, it holds many secrets that are never revealed. Cats are notoriously fickle, refusing to be trained or to succumb to others' expectations. They do not accept defeat. They are fickle minded, means very unstable minded. Any moment they can dash from the place. So, similarly applies to fog. Similarly, the because of its power and mystery, remains elusive to those wishing to break through its impenetrable walls. Means it again remains elusive. It's kind of illusion. You go nearby it, you will not find there any fog. So that is why it describes remains elusive. Next, the narrator narrates that the fog is sitting on silent haunches as it looks out over the harbor and city, and indeed, few creatures can sit as silently and patiently as the cat. Cats typically sit on their haunches as they stare out at the world. This particular instance, unique to the cat, enables them to keep watch over their surroundings, as the cat does, but also be ready to take off when it is necessary. Means any moment cat can dash from the place. Similarly, he says fog can dash after certain while. So when a cat is on its haunches, they cannot be captured because it is easy for them to escape with a quick jump. So this stance also implies that their presence is also temporary. Cats, like fog, are always ready to move on when it pleases them. So by coming to the evaluation, we can say that fogs as such do not cause any harm as it is silent and the onset is slow, the coming of it and going of it is slow. However, when the fog is around, especially in the city, many accidents may occur for only reason that people cannot see anything in between them. So he says he glorifies fog for being a very specific eminent element of nature, and he takes it as a symbol of kind of troubles that come for short while. So fog, when it comes, we cannot see pass through. What we require at that point of time is patience. We should be patient, and we will not be able to commit kind of accidents or problems. If you wait patiently for some time, if you resist for some time, after some time it goes itself like a cat and the path of our means success is very clear. So there are occasions when people fall into telephone holes or cars may hit into each other or onto each other. This happens in the presence of fog. So what we require that we need to be showing the resistance. People may walk up the wrong places at the harbor. Boats may drive up on the wrong bridges, or they may drive up on another boat, and many such instances. Therefore, a fog just comes in like a small and silent kitten and just sits and watches the beauty. But when it is over a city, the accidents or incidents caused by the fog are actually many. So what we require is patience. Should tolerate it for some time. If we show the resistance, if we show some patience, after some time the fog will be shattered away. Similarly, the problems can be away in our life. Last line it states that just a small child who gets bored playing the same game over and over again, or just by seeing the same sight again and again and moves on to the next. Similarly, the fog also does not stay in one place for a long time. And the most interest that it finds it in changing. Like change is the law of nature. So this is a very small poem describing the nature's act in a very beautiful manner, and that nature's act was the nature's element was in the form of fog, giving us a very strong moral value that when the fog comes, when such natural elements occurs, natural things happen, natural phenomena takes place, what we see, what we require is that showing patience, being cool, and we can lead our life happy after some time as the natural phenomenon changes its path. So after that pranks all over, the fog also moves on. Playing prank means when the people collide against each one or go to wrong tracks. So this he calls pranks. Then fog moves on after having this eventful journey. I hope you must have enjoyed this small poem and explanation part. So that was a very strong theme occurring in this poem. Thank you for watching. Thank you.